Sigma males are apparently as powerful as an alpha. They're on par with alphas, yet they refuse to take charge, exercise dominance, or value their status. This stems from their lack of respect for the dominating hierarchy and the authority of its alpha. For them, it has no value because it does not provide sufficient return for the investment required. The following are the 9 traits of Sigma's male personality. Number 1. Sigmas are not compliant with institutionalized norms and customs. Sigma is more than just a common stereotype. If you want to learn more about Sigmas, spot one, or even determine if you yourself belong to this group, it's essential to examine what makes a Sigma a Sigma. If you had to pick one word to describe a Sigma, that word would be nonconformist, because it best exemplifies the person. There is no such thing as a normal Sigma male since they refuse to accept them. When everyone else seems to be heading in one direction, Sigmas are thought to go their own way. If the royal family goes to the right, then Sigma should use his initiative and head to the left. Furthermore, they have a propensity for forging on regardless of the existence of a clear way. Sigma males' dissimilar value systems from those of alpha males are a major contributor to this phenomenon. Simply put, Sigma males have different priorities than most other men. Unlike the other archetypes in the social dominance hierarchy, Sigma doesn't put much stock in how their behavior affects their standing in the group. Regarding their own power struggle and desire for social prominence, they couldn't care less. Consistently, these sociocultural frameworks retain their basic form. In addition, they exhibit intelligence in their methodical dismissal of any and all forms of coercion, pressure, or anticipation as superfluous. Sigmas prefer to prioritize what they see to be of greater inherent value than the extrinsic value that society imposes on them. Number 2. A Sigma male's life, or his very character, seems to exude an air of mystery and intrigue. When they are with other people, they rarely engage in conversation or provide personal details about their lives. Anyone who hasn't met them before is instantly captivated by their alluring air of mystery and their carefree disposition. Since they don't let air in, a lot of things are left to blow around. It appears that their shared fascination with the unknown is a major driving force in their budding romance. Both sexes are interested in getting to know them. In the view of the other sex, they are impervious to harm since they may always choose to withdraw from a situation and deal with it later. Number 3. The defining trait of a Sigma male is their ability to fend for himself, and this quality serves as the basis for their entire character. Yes, when compared to other male models of power, they are the most independent. The men in this group can get by with quite a little. While a Sigma may occasionally indulge in materialistic pursuits, but this is not their primary motivation. The ability to adapt to new environments is another factor contributing to their reputation as hardy individuals. In addition to their well-known reputation as lone wolves. Number 4. Sigma males can easily adjust to a life of independence. They're financially independent, meaning they're able to earn their own living expenses and provide for their basic needs. They're the type who, rather than relying on others, will always find a way to fulfill their own needs. Sigma males naturally exhibit a great degree of adaptability. Because of how easily they change, many people have begun to lose their commitment to a strict social order. They make enormous efforts to blend in with their surroundings and prove their versatility. People should not mistake their flexibility for integration, since no matter how far they go, they are always prepared to retreat. That's only a passing dalliance with society, and they can quickly back out if things get too tough. They are very different from alpha males in that they are highly adaptive. On the other hand, alpha males will always consider how their behavior will affect their standing within the leadership structure and look for opportunities to improve their worth and advance in their roles. In this instance, Sigma males will flat out reject any idea of trying to advance in the existing hierarchy because they don't see any point in doing so. Number 5. Sigma men have excellent listening skills. Sigma males either don't like to converse or don't feel strongly enough about most topics to voice an opinion. One of their talents is the ability to listen attentively, which they use to persuade others to do as they wish and hear out their stories with no resistance. Males who identify as Sigma do not rush up to strangers to listen to their woes or boasts. They opt to remain mute and focus on what others have to say instead. They're naturally curious and eager to learn all they can about the human race. Assuming that Sigma has at least one close friend, family member, or another confidant, they do express their thoughts and feelings and engage in conversation with this person. Number 6. They have a remarkable capacity to integrate with society without becoming a burden to others. For all their dissociation from the social dominant structure, Sigma's greatest strength lies in their capacity to get along with others while maintaining their independence. While archetype Sigma may give off the impression that they never interact with others or prefer to avoid social situations, this is not the case. As members of society, they are able to be both independent and social. Nonetheless, individuals spend more time in settings that pass muster with their BS detector. It gets along well with those in its inner circle or in a shared interest group. They do socialize with their loved ones. Even if they are a part of it, they are not giving in or becoming entirely immersed in it. They don't let themselves get reliant on other people, be it friends, loved ones, romantic partners, or spouses. In fact, they don't even need get things done types like managers or coworkers to be happy and at ease at work. If Sigma ever gets sick of something or feels like they are a burden, they are completely fine with leaving the job or position. They attempt to avoid getting too invested so that it won't be an issue if they decide to leave, and this is true even if they are well-liked and respected by those around them. Due to their innate independence, Sigmas always have an out. Number 7. Sigma guys are notorious for constantly looking for more personal space. When it comes to their personal space, Sigma males can be very picky. The person is not shy about asking for what they want either in a group setting, with close friends and family, or even with their partner. To live their lives, achieve their goals, and enjoy the success they envision, they require more privacy. When they feel trapped, people will do anything to get some breathing room. They could easily up and leave town to follow a whim, complete a task, or otherwise disappear. They are not the kind to let obstacles stand in their way. Any future integration or participation will be motivated solely by a desire to reap benefits for oneself. This is due to his desire to expend effort or impart knowledge solely for his own benefit. Number 8. Rules are meant to be broken, and Sigma guys are the rule breakers. So it shouldn't come as a surprise that many male Sigmas go against the grain of modern norms and established customs. They make a living by flouting norms that don't matter much to them or that seem pointless to them. They clearly have no concern for or understanding of established power dynamics in society. Therefore, they have no reference for the norms of this social hierarchy of power. They feel that the benefits of being an alpha are not sufficient to overcome the drawbacks. They don't see themselves as fitting in with the social ranks of beta, gamma, or anyone else. While the social dominance hierarchy places alpha at the top with the most influence. Number 9. A Sigma male will put himself first. Sigma has the type of personality that puts himself first over all else. He prioritizes his personal well-being and ambitions above all else. At this point, Sigma's worldview can seem strikingly similar to that of an alpha, another group whose members are motivated by a clear sense of purpose. Alpha males will put the needs of the tribe's most revered member ahead of their own at all times, while Sigma males prioritize themselves over everyone else. And it's obvious that the tribe's investments are pointless. In contrast, an alpha sacrifices everything for the benefit of the tribe, putting the demands of the group ahead of his own pleasure and comfort. As so, this is the cost of having an alpha personality, one that is absent in those with Sigma traits. Unless they see an immediate and tangible benefit to themselves, Sigma will have little interest in joining a tribe. Sigma males put their focus on achieving their goals rather than on the people around them. Many Sigma guys discover the hard way that friendship can slow them down on their long journey or even just in their pursuit of personal advancement. People stop caring about one another when they are treated this way because it slows them down on their trip. Relationships wear them down, make their lives less meaningful, and feel like a chore. That's because they don't give a hoot about what other people think of them. The relationship isn't without its drawbacks, and Sigma's temperament makes it seem 1,000 times more so. They were bored and saw no point in their long-standing relationship and its rituals. It's not that they can't be romantically involved. In fact, Sigma guys are less likely to be lonely and more likely to engage in less conventional forms of romantic partnership. They will be extremely rare, lasting perhaps for a very long time, but then seemingly forever. Since traveling will form the backbone of Sigma's way of life, doing it with a companion will be more time-consuming, inconvenient, and costly. Sigma men constantly, relentlessly, and successfully work to blend into the background. This is also one of the Sigma masculine attributes that gets the most negative press. They're the type who doesn't care about being singled out for their accomplishments or hard work at the office. All they want is some space to themselves so they can continue doing whatever it is they're into in peace. Sigma males typically have no interest in the spotlight. They'd rather anyone judge them either positively or negatively, based solely on a glance. Similarly, Sigma males have no desire for public recognition or praise for their good deeds. They are not aiming to cultivate a certain reputation. They aren't motivated by the approval or applause of others. To put it simply, Sigmas prefer to be left alone to focus on their own projects.